Hi guys and girls, Raj here, back with another video. So Kubernetes is super important for current job market. But one big challenge with Kubernetes is there is simply way too much to learn. So in this video, we will go over which Kubernetes component you must learn to get a job. With that being said, let's get started. So this is the infamous Kubernetes Glacier. So apparently there are some things that everyone sees, but then there are a lot of things that goes deep. However, the good news is you don't need to learn all this, right? So to get a job and even to get into a project and start working, you need to know these things. So let's go over it. So you absolutely need to know this top tier. The Docker, deployment, kubectl, run nginx, pods, and replica set. For the second one, you need to know HPA, you need to know ingress, you need to know config map, you need to know service. Now, I don't know why it says GKE, but it doesn't matter. You can learn GKE, you can learn EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Service from AWS, or you can learn Azure Kubernetes Service. That's up to you. Once you learn one thing, you should be able to pick up the other as well. Now, going a little deeper, you should have basic concept of Helm. You should know what is Helm, but it is not absolutely necessary to do like a hands-on demo and all that stuff on Helm, because Helm is not used in every project. There are alternatives to Helm. Now, cluster autoscaler, you must know, because whichever cluster you are running, you need to know cluster autoscaler so that your clusters can scale. Moving one level deeper, so you should learn virtual pod autoscaler and daemon set. So I don't know why daemon set is deep. So daemon set is absolute necessary. That's how a lot of Kubernetes components run. So it should be on the top two tiers, but we will forgive them. This next tier, these are all optional. So if you want to learn it, you can learn it, but you should not need this for interviews. Only learn this after you learn the other ones I have circled. Now, if you should learn one thing from this layer, it is service mesh. Service mesh is like super popular right now. It is like a shiny thing that every project wants to use. So high chance that from this layer, you might get interview questions on service mesh. So you don't need to go super deep on service mesh, but you should learn what is service mesh, what challenges does it solve, what are the service mesh examples, and if you can, just do a proof of concepts from like the Istio homepage or App Mesh homepage. Now moving on, so even though this is shown as a deep layer, but this RBAC you should absolutely learn, because it is the bread and butter of Kubernetes security. If you don't understand RBAC, there is no way you can understand like pod security policy, network policy, etc. So in my mind, RBAC should be moved up top in a earlier layer, but learn RBAC. And then moving forward, all this stuff, this node hardening and image scanning, mutating webhooks. So the last two layers is totally optional. You should not need it for interviews or even for real world working projects. So what I tell my students is learn something that is going to give you the most value for your time, right? So if you learn all the ones that I circled, they are used in almost all projects. But the things like node hardening, image scanning, etc., it's the functionality of a special group like a Kubernetes security admins group, a sysops administrator's job. So it's not that much value for your time. Like you can learn it after you are done learning the other stuff, but not in every interview these questions will be asked, like the bottom two layers. If you're interested in learning container and Kubernetes along with the EKS and demos and DevOps components, check out my Kubernetes and EKS course in Udemy. It has some good ratings and good feedback from the students. This is also part of Udemy for Business collection, so if your company is participating in it, you can get this course for free. I will give a discounted link for this course in the description. Alright guys and girls, that's the video. If you found this video helpful, if you learned something new that would help your cloud career, please click that like button, smash it if that's something you are into, and subscribe. This is still a small channel, I'm trying to grow, so your every like matters, so it really helps YouTube algorithm to suggest this video to the like-minded viewers. Also let me know in the comment sections if you have any questions or what other kind of videos you are interested in. Check out my container and Kubernetes playlist, which can teach you some of the critical Kubernetes components that I covered in that Kubernetes Glacier. Alright, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys and girls in the next video. Bye!